Daily Fitness. I'm in my husband's new ride. He literally hasn't even driven it yet. I kind of just scooped it from him when my nephew's car broke down. I lent him mine, and now I get to drive this. So yay for me. Hey, we're heading inside. We're doing a workout today that's gonna target our back fat. Who has that? I do. Do I love it? No, I don't. But we're gonna deal with it, and it's all about acceptance of where you're at and working with what you've got. So join me, grab a set of dumbbells. That's what you're gonna need for today's workout, and we're gonna get started right now. To get started here. Just before I do, I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. Hey, if you're visiting and you haven't subscribed yet, you could consider doing that if you like this content. That would be fantastic. For the 5,000 of you who have subscribed, thank you. Thank you. I'm so grateful that you are part of this channel and that we can get to know each other a little bit in the comments below. I've gotten to know a lot of you and I just love hearing from you, so thank you so much for all your continued encouragement, and it just makes my day, it really, really does. All right, because I've reached 5,000 and that was a goal for me for the end of the summer, and I'm already there, I'm doing a little giveaway today. I've got a little bag of mini loops, okay? We all like a nice mini band. If you like mini band exercises, go ahead and click the playlist right up there. I've got hundreds of them. No, I don't, I have like tens of them. I exaggerate sometimes, what can I say? Anyway, I'm gonna send these mini loops to one lucky contestant. Actually, I just heard from Renee this morning. She said she received her hat and tank top from our last contest. So make sure that you enter, because anyone, anywhere is eligible to win, no matter if you live in the UK, Portugal. I just met someone from Portugal the other day, US, Canada, I don't care where you live. You are welcome to join. Okay, so what I need you to do is tag me in one of your workout photos, all right? So you working out doesn't have to be my workout, but a workout of some sort. All right, if you want, if you follow me on Instagram, you can tag me on Instagram at Move Daily Fitness, tag me on Twitter at Tracy Steen, or if we're friends on Facebook, if we're not, make sure you add me, that'd be fantastic. Tracy Steen on Facebook as well. Anyway, you have until next Wednesday to tag me in your workout photos, and then I'll just draw a name, and whoever I draw wins the bands. You send me your address and I send them, bada bing, bada boom. You're working out with mini bands. All right, are you ready to get started? We're burning back fat and we're getting started right now. I'm gonna start you with a warm up today. We're gonna start with some swimmers, okay? Kind of like you do the butterfly. We're gonna come together, press out, squeezing that rear delt there, the middle rhomboid muscles. Here we go. So we're swimming and pull it back. Good. Up, around, and back. Okay? Just want to get all that area warmed up. Okay, so what I want to say about back fat is this. You know, if you Google how to burn back fat, you're going to see a lot of things that aren't true. And I'll tell you that much right now. You're going to see how to burn back fat or lose back fat in 1 week. No, you can't do that. Nice try. You're going to see how to lose back fat, no diet required. False. That is not true. You need to make sure that you have really good nutrition. Your nutrition is kind of paramount for that. Number 3, you might see how to spot train. No, false. Also can't spot train. Okay, just a little break there for a second. So yeah, it's really important to do specific training for your back to build the muscles there. But if you want to lose that fat around there, we've got to get the heart rate up. We've got to make sure that we're eating clean. Let's do some high knees right here. Right? So the leaner that you are, the less back fat you're going to have. So that's really an important component there, is that you just got to make sure that you keep a good healthy body weight, right? And if you're struggling, if you feel like you got kind of that bra bulge, if you can lean down and lose some body fat, I'm sure that you're going to notice a difference around the bra area. It might be the last to go on you, but it will eventually go. So that is encouraging. Yeah, let's get those knees up. That's it. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're gonna do some forward squeezes. Just kind of like a faux Arnold press, okay? Squeezing, again, getting our back warmed up there. So Shoulders back, tummy tight, knees are soft. Elbows are at 90 degrees. We're gonna press up and squeeze in right here. Okay, so up and squeeze. That's it. Just kind of give it a good squeeze on that back area. So right there, you should feel that tension contracting. Again, just wanna get everything all mobile and ready to lift some heavy weights. You know, a lot of people ask me about how to lose back fat, and especially that little poochy part right in the front there. Yeah, I have it too. And but I've noticed that when I'm leaner in life, then it's very small. You know, that area is quite small then. There's not as much right around there. When I'm a little bit heavier, then that area tends to be a little bit chubbier right there. So really does have a lot to do with your body fat percentage. Okay, you're gonna take it low. You're gonna do a low lunge, elbow to knee, and then back up, okay? We wanna stretch and round into that back, lower lumbar, get the glutes warmed up. Here we go. You're gonna do 22 seconds per side. So just lunge to the side, drop your elbow to your knee. Get your hair out of your face, right there. Good. This is a good golf stretch too if you're a golfer. You want to warm up beforehand. Really good lumbar stretch. All right, switch sides here. But here we're thinking back, we're thinking bra fat. Right, so just stretching, contracting, lengthening through that area. Okay, 10 more seconds here. And we're going to repeat that one time. Then we'll be ready to start. All right, good. Back to those swimmers. Okay, knees are soft. Again, you're going to go forward, right to center, pull back. When you pull back this time, really think of retracting those shoulder blades together, squeezing them together, okay? Here we go. Up, back, and back. That's it. This should start a little burn on those shoulders. Push. Good. And squeeze. That's it. Ooh, yeah, mine are burning already. Moving to high knees next, and that'll be our, get the heart rate up, get the blood flowing to right areas there. Pull back. Does anyone swim? I'm not a great swimmer. I don't love getting my hair wet, which is really lame. Ugh. But when I had really short hair, it didn't look great wet. Like, you know how some girls come out and have like sexy, long, beachy, I didn't have that look. High knees in 4, 3, 2, here we go. I remember going to Palm Springs once with our kids, and my kids knew that I didn't really go into the pool, or I'd go in, but only to my waist. I would never dive under. And I think we were there and it was like 40 above. We're up near 100 and it was so, so hot. And I couldn't take it anymore. I dove under and all the kids jumped in after me. They were so excited that Mom finally went under the water. So, but then when I rose like a phoenix out of the water, thinking my hair would be glorious, one of my kids said to me, "Mom, your hair is like orange and brown." Like, I know, and that's why I never get it wet. Time. Because I dyed it, right? I dyed it blonde, but I'm a normal dark, and my roots were showing. And that's just embarrassing. So, henceforth, why I don't do it. Okay, faux Arnold presses. Here we go. Up and squeeze together. That's it. Anyway, and now I have extensions. And believe me, you do not want to see someone's hair wet when they have extensions, because you just see all these pieces. It looks a little bit, you know, not the best. Apparently that chlorine water or salt water even is not very good for extensions, so that's just fine with me. I'll just sit under the beach umbrella. All right, 10 more seconds here. Up, really squeeze, because you're wanting to warm this area up here. That's it. We'll finish off with one more of those side lunges. Good. That's it. right, get ready. Side lunge. In 4, 3, 2, and take it down. Elbow to knee, come back up. That's it. Again, warming up the back. I kind of really try to get my elbow all the way down there, but keep my hand on my head. All right, that's hard to do. Switch sides. Not easy. It gives a really good stretch. Good for that glute too. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, and time. All right, make sure your dumbbells are handy. We're getting started with our first circuit. Here's a sneak peek at the first 3 exercises. All right, getting started with that lawnmower, you're reaching the dumbbell to the opposite foot and then sweeping it across your body, okay? Working this whole area right there. Let's go, and sweep. That's good. You've got about 22 seconds per side. I will call halfway. You're squatting low with your back nice and flat. Okay, and then propelling your hips forward to swing that dumbbell up. Right? So it's not a lot of shoulder action. It's more hip, and you're using a lot of your back on that one side, keeping it nice and tight. All right, switch sides. Low, swing. That's it. And up. All right, I've used just an 8-pound weight round 1. I'll switch to my 15 in the subsequent rounds. Just nice warm up with this weight here. Renegade Row is coming up next. All right, take it down to that donkey position. So basically you're on your hands and knees, and then you pop up into a hover. All right, and then we're gonna row, alternating rows on this one for 45 seconds. Here we go. Hover and row. Make sure your dumbbell's nice and stable before you place your whole body weight down on that. Good. Flat back and try not to rock your hips too much. You'll feel this in your quads for sure. Ten more seconds. We've got our Batwing Extension coming up. Whew, feeling the burn here. Okay, good. I'm going to switch weights to my 5s just for my first round here. You're hinging forward at the waist, rowing it up, kicking it out, okay? Ready? Here we go. Up and out. Now, you want an extra burn on the triceps. Keep your arms up, continuously keep them up, but this down row is going to help just with our middle back muscles a little bit here too. All right, up, kick, a slight pause as you extend those arms. That's it. We're going to throw a little cardio move in after this, just to keep heart rates up, just to do a little active rest, right? Active rest is rest the muscles that we're working, which is our back, arms, lower lumbar. Kick up the heart rate. More bang for your buck that way, and good fat burning as well. Last one here. Kick. Very good. Okay. Set the weights down. Let's move into a frog squat. Okay. Touching the ground, alternating hands. Get ready in 3, 2, let's do it. Here we go. All right. This is gonna keep that heart rate elevated. Stop if you need. I'm gonna keep going for the full 3 rounds, then take a break. Okay? You're halfway. Make sure you're touching the ground. Come on, get down, get down. That's it. Three, two, and time. Whew. Okay, good. Let's go back to that lawnmower. Grabbing a heavier weight this time. I got my 15. I'm really gonna rely on that hip thrust to propel it up. All right. 3, 2, let's go. Low, pull it up. That's it. It's a lot more work with the heavier weight. It's good though. Switch sides. You see my legs are wider than shoulder width for good center balance. Reach those hips back so you can pop them up. Boom, like that. One more. Yes. All right. Donkey kicks. Renegade Row in a donkey position. All right, get ready in 3, 2, right here. And row. Thumb is down. Really pull up, slight squeeze, retracting that shoulder blade, okay? Think of it coming back, lifting your elbow as high as you can, pulling your shoulder blade in toward your spine. 15 seconds. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Let's go back to that Batwing extension. With the row, I'm gonna switch to 8s on this. Kick it up a little bit. Pay attention to more of the row. Ready? Let's do it. Up, kick, and down, up. Now make sure your body doesn't move, okay? Stay as still as you can. That's it. My client's having surgery today. She tore her Achilles. So we did this fem sport thing at the end of May. I actually dropped out because I don't know if you remember, but if you were with me a couple months ago, I dislocated my shoulder. But I went to the event and watched her do the box jumps. So you have to jump on an 18-inch box 50 times for time, okay? So that's hard, like getting up that high, frog squats. Anyway, it's about this high. So 50 times, boom, boom, as fast as you can. So she's doing it, I'm filming it. Okay, get ready in 3, 2, touch the ground. And I can see her, right foot is starting to fall a little bit. So she missed, I think she missed about 4 or 5. And if your heels drop below 90 degrees, you have to do it, that jump over. So I think she repeated about 4 or 5. Anyway, she finishes them, and the timer who's sitting on the ground timing her says, the timer didn't work. Oh my gosh. So everyone else, all other 200 people, their timer worked. Hers didn't work. Are you kidding? We're like, no. And it's so exhaustive. Like, time, it's intense. Like you're going as fast as you can. And it's pukey, it really is. Okay, back to the lawnmower. Last round. So, in 3, 2, here we go. So she's like, are you kidding? I can't believe I have to do it again. We're like, okay, why can't they just time the video? I have a video. Get your freaking timer. Watch when she does her first one. Like it's all right there. They're like, no, sorry. That wouldn't be fair to the others. I'm like, but your watch that stopped is fair? Like, come on. Anyway, so she had to do them over. She gets to jump around 30 or 35. And all of a sudden, she hears a pop. And the timer and the counter also hears something on her foot. And then all of a sudden her foot didn't really work very well anymore. She was like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. And so anyway, she stops. She actually ends up competing in the rest of the fem sport thing. Flips a 300-pound tire, ready, and row. You know, like, she's like beast mode doing the rest of it. But in the days that followed, she could barely walk. She's like crutches, her Achilles is so swollen. I'm like, Carla, that does not look good. We've got to do something about that. So anyway, she went to physio, a bunch of things, but it was still like swelling after every night. It was crazy. So finally, they sent her for an ultrasound, and 10 seconds, they see that she's got a full-on tear and needs surgery to repair it. So, and the doctor was like, I'm shocked that the EMT there didn't catch this. Like, it was pretty obvious. Okay, Batwing, shoulders back, back flat. Get ready, and let's do it. And anyway, the fact that she actually tore it and then did like 35 more explosive box jumps, oh, that must have just like been agony. And it must have torn it more. So she just went in for surgery today. Well, last Friday she went for the ultrasound, and that day they're like, you're not going anywhere. We're getting you in for surgery right now. That's kind of freaky. Have you ever gone into a hospital not anticipating surgery, but they're like, yeah, we're doing it right now? I've done that with the dentist. They're like, we can do the filling right now. I'm like, oh, nope, I gotta contemplate this. I've gotta mentally prepare for a needle in my mouth. That happened to me once and I chickened out. I'm like, no, are you kidding? I'm just psyched myself out. Okay, last frog squats, then a water break, okay? But anyway, she's all like gowned up on Friday, ready to go. Here we go. And then it's too late in the queue by the time her turn comes, and they end up not doing it. So she had it today. I just saw a picture of her leg all wrapped up, so hopefully it's recovery time from here on in. She's not gonna be doing much except for upper body, but you can always do something, right? Always, always. I think I told you that. I did an aerial about 4 years ago, landed on the ground, broke my arm, and apparently I can't do them anymore. Who knew? Anyway, did that stop me from going to the gym? No. I did cardio, I did abs, and lower body, ad nauseum. Cast really smelled really bad though. Okay, water, and then stay tuned for the next circuit. And here's a peek at those next 3 exercises. All right, we're starting with a Bentover row. I think in the demonstration I used 15s, and 45 seconds of that's gonna be hard. I'm grabbing my 8s, palms are facing up, retracting shoulder blades, hinge at the waist. Here we go. So pull back. So your rep range is gonna be high if you're lifting lighter, fine. If you want to have a lower rep range, 12 to 15 reps, feel free to lift heavier, go slower. I feel this in my lower back at times, so if you do, feel free, as I always say, just to stand up and stretch, and then come back in as soon as you can, okay? Good, pull back, squeeze. Get those elbows super wide. Hitting different muscles when we turn our wrists, palms up like this, okay? Your synergist muscle is the bicep, so you get a little bit of bicep action here, a little rear delt by holding that weight up. Last one, good. Ooh. Okay, plank, pocket tap. Yes, pocket tap. So plank position, knees or toes, we're reaching up to our pocket. As you pull your elbow up, squeeze your middle back muscles. Here we go, up. So it doesn't have to be fast. And it's kind of like a Renegade Row. Feel free to make it more difficult by adding weights, or simply place your feet super close together. Okay, I think I'll try that right now. That is way more work for your core. Keep your bum down though, and try not to rock those hips. Reverse flies are coming up. It's good. Last one right here. Okay, good. Okay, reverse flies. That's a little bit of rear delt, so back shoulder, but you're also thinking of retracting the shoulder blades and squeezing together. I'm using 8s here. Round the arms. Here we go. Pull back. Now, try not to use momentum at the bottom, and try not to bob your body. Okay, pull and squeeze. Right there. You want to keep those arms rounded. This is a really difficult exercise for people to get a grasp. If people have problems with this, I will lie them face down, like stomach down on an incline bench. And then it just forces their arms only to do the work, right? So if you have an incline bench and you have trouble, try it. It's a great modification for this one. Plus, you don't get any lower back pain either that way. All right, that's it right there. Good. Moving into a little cardio move again. Let's do some cardio kicks. Those heels are coming up in front of you. You can modify by just tapping there, but I'm gonna run them out. Get that heart rate up. Ready? And here we go. That's it. Heels up. Good glute workout here too with this exercise. You're halfway. Come on, keep it going. Three, two, time. Woo, okay. Back to that Bentover row. Let's catch your breath if you need. Water if you need. All right, 3, 2, palms up, pull. Good. Keep your neck neutral. So looking at the ground is a good way to do that. Squeeze at the top there, you're halfway here, come on. Yeah, with this one too, again, you could go on an incline bench if you're having problems. Really want to keep that back flat. No rounding, okay? Stick your chest out, stick your butt out. Almost there. 3, 2, time. Good. Okay, plank pocket tap. In 5, 4, 3, 2, feet together or apart. Add a weight here if you wish. Looks like this from the knees. Just tap where your pocket is. Okay. Now, I've done this in one of my mini band videos with a band around my hand. Brilliant. You want to add a little eccentric tension, that's the way to do it. Okay, use a light band like a yellow or green, and it's perfect. Love it. Bum is down. Whew, this is work. 3 seconds though. All right, let's go into that reverse fly. Roll those wrists out if you need. Always makes mine a bit sore. Ready? Hinge, round, retract.
If you put your mind in the muscle that you're working, you're gonna far better get a better contraction. If you think about what muscle you're actually activating, okay? So here you got your middle back in the top and your rear delts, that back shoulder. Pull and squeeze. Hold it up there. Almost there, 10 seconds. Definitely work. In 3, 2, last one here. Good. All right, back to our cardio. It's hot. I'm gonna open some windows and turn a fan on next. Ready? And go. Our July long weekend here was seriously not very nice at all. It was horrible. I know one girl in the UK said they were having a heat wave. I know Toronto was having a heat wave. Just not in our traditional place where we're supposed to be having heat waves. What gives? Oh well, at least I didn't have to spend money on air conditioning. Bonus. Ooh, this is hard. 10 seconds though. Let's go, kick it up. 3, 2, 1. Okay, one more round. Bentover row. 3, 2, pull. It's looking good. Keep those elbows nice and wide, okay? Your tendency could be to turn those palms. That would make it easier. You'd be using more middle back, less rear delt there. So keep palms facing up. Pull. Only 4 seconds. One more right there. Good. Okay. Poppy taps. Let's do it. Tappity doo da dee. In 4, 3, 2, here we go. Reach. Be methodical about this. Think about your area, that trouble spot. Put your mind in it, pull it up and squeeze that area, okay? So even with 0 weight, this is still activating those muscles there. Good core work here too, of course. Good, you're almost there, 10 seconds. Okay, reverse flies coming up. Grab, I'm gonna do 5 pounds, or 8 pounds, sorry. All right, get ready, hinge forward, flat back, round arms. Let's go. Squeeze. Keep your tummy tight, okay? I'm literally like squeezing my abdominal muscles to keep myself nice and steady in this position. And then really think about those arms flying out and pulling together in the back. Control the down, control that eccentric. Don't bang them together like I just did. All right, last cardio. Woo. And I got one more circuit for you. Bada bing, bada boom, we'll be done. Just like that. Ready? 3, 2, let's do it. Get them up, get them up. Only 45 seconds of that cardio. Not much, but again, makes a great circuit for getting the most bang for your buck, I think. My back is resting, arms are resting, and just that little cardio. Halfway. Keep your core tight here so you don't sag your back. 10 seconds. Heels up, come on. 3, 2, 1. Ugh, gross. Grab some water, I'll be right back. Here's the preview of your next 3 exercises. Grab a heavier weight. I've got a 15 in my hand. We're gonna do a deadlift, but opposite hand and just opposite foot, okay? Nice and flat back, hinge at the waist. Here we go, you're hinging, touching opposite. We're gonna do that opposite side. Now, look what's happening here. I'm extending my arm across, lengthening through my lat. Then I'm gonna put my mind in my lat, pull it back and retract and squeeze it, okay? So it's a little lower lumbar here, a little lat. And of course you're lengthening through that side and then contracting it back up. Switch hands. Okay, so lengthen and contract. Now, look how flat my back is. Stick my butt out, stick my chest out, hinge at the waist, okay? But reaching opposite so that my lat muscle gets a lengthening and then a shortening as I stand. Make sense? Brilliant. Okay, that was pretty easy. Go heavy, okay? Don't hold on me. Superman. Okay, you're gonna do hands beside, alternating with hands extended. Ready? Here we go. Everything's up, down, and extend, and in. Up, down, extend, in. Now, if this is too much, you can eliminate the legs, okay? So it's just upper body. If it's too much for your upper body, eliminate the upper body and just do legs, okay? That's working lower lumbar, glutes. All right? Up, down. This one doesn't have to be fast, it can be super controlled and slow. You can pause longer at the top. Up. But again, flexing all those muscles in the back. Take a little stretch back for this one before you stand. Okay, it's a little guy there. Actually, you're flipping over. You're not even standing, so don't even bother. You're flipping over for a dumbbell pullover. On your back, hips up, and here we go. Straight arms, all the way back, almost touching the ground, and pull back over the chest. Now think about your lats, pulling that weight back up, okay? You can hold 2 dumbbells in your hand, or one like this is good too. Slow, 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 and pull. That's it. Putting your mind, again, in those wide back muscles. Keep your hips up. Slow, 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 and up. All right, good. Let that set back there. Now, there's lots of ways to hold the dumbbells on that one. You could hold 2 dumbbells in your hand, okay? You could also, if you have a bench or a couch and you want to turn it lengthwise, that's an option too. Oh, cardio. Let's go here. 2 squat jumps. High knee, jump, jump, up, up. We did this the other day. I think in the video I said I'd never do it again. And here I am, because that's the only thing that just suddenly came to my brain. That's a shame. That's a good cardio one though, hey? Up, up, jump, jump. Good. 20 seconds left. Then we'll go back to that deadlift. In 4, 3, 2, and time. Good. All right, back to the deadlift. Grab your heavy weight. Shoulders back. Stick your chest out, knees soft. Let's go. Reach. It's kind of like that lawnmower we did at the start, but you're not swinging your hips forward to propel it up, right? Now you're just focusing on lengthening that lat. Stretch, pull it back, set your shoulder back. One more on this side. Switch. Really reach it across and up. Of course, if I was at the gym, you know, I'd do a lot of machines for back. I like the Gravitron for some chin-ups, pull-ups. I like a seated row with the hammer strength rows. I like those. But if you're at home and all you got is dumbbells, you can still get a great workout for back. Okay, you might need to focus a little bit more on nutrition to see the work, but you're still building muscle. Ready? Here we go. Up, relax, stretch, and in. Really hold that little pause at the top, okay? You might find your shoulders are a bit tight on this extension part. Mine on my right side definitely is. 15 seconds. Three, 2, and time. Stretch that out. Oh, and then remember, stay down here. You're gonna roll on your back for that dumbbell pullover. I'm gonna show you what it looks like with 2 dumbbells. 2 8s, a 16 versus the 1 5, 15. Same difference. Here we go. Slow, slow, and up. Hold the dumbbells at the far end so you have as much range of motion as possible. Slow, slow, and up. Go. Go. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is how I dislocated my shoulder about 4 months ago. So I'm going very light and with a lot of caution, right? I was holding a barbell at the time and I feel like the weight was too heavy for me and slipped my shoulder right out of its socket. So that was fun. In 3, 2, and up. Great. All right, let's hit that cardio again. Yeah, I think there was a lot of variables that led to the popping out of said shoulder. So, I mean, it happens, right? If you exercise, you're probably gonna at some point have a little injury, like the Achilles heel that I told you about. That's not fun, but it happens, right? But does that mean you sit on the couch and not exercise just because there's a possibility of getting injured? No, because you are way healthier. Even if you have a little Achilles tear or shoulder issue, your insides are healthier when the blood is flowing, when you're getting circulation, right? Sitting, no smoking. Sedentary life is not good. So many meta studies now prove that. So you need to get blood flow to avoid decay and disease. Up. Up. Whew. Brutal. All right, last round, and then you're done. Back to that deadlift. 3, 2, shoulders back. Here we go. Extend. Make sure your back is flat, stick your butt out. Put your mind in your back, okay, that one lat. Don't think about the hamstrings, don't think about the glutes. Think about that lat. Pull. Set the shoulder back, switch sides. You can really feel it when you concentrate on that muscle, can't you? Last 10 seconds. All right, good. Let's go down for that Superman. On your stomach. In 4, 3, 2, here we go. Up. Should put my yoga mat down. Think how much dog hair and other dog things are down here. Ugh, gross. Just turn my head sideways like this. Almost there, last 5 seconds. This is work for that back, that's for sure, isn't it? I really feel that. We're gonna do a good stretch at the end for that one, but just quickly stretch it out. Okay, on your back, however you want to do that pullover, get into position. Carefully, you don't adjust the dumbbell over your head, please. Hips up, and here you go. Slow, slow, and pull, flex. Slow, slow. Keep your hips up. Almost there. We'll do that one last cardio, moving into stretch time, okay? Stay with me for it. It's gonna be a good one. And we're gonna talk a little bit about nutrition too, okay? Just about, so you wanna lose back fat, how do you do that nutritionally? Okay, ready for the cardio? Yeah, you are. In 4, 3, 2, last exercise here, let's go. 2 little jumps, knee, knee, boom, boom. Just a little squat jump, right? Not a full squat. Halfway, pop it up, come on. Almost there, girls, come on. Oh, I have to say people now because 2 boys just replied on my workout the other day. They're doing that, really? Good for you. I like it. I'm not complaining. 3, 2, 1. Gross. Okay, great job. Stay tuned for the stretch and the mini chat with me. If you have to go, I'll see you in the next video. All right, have a seat on the floor. Sit cross-legged and let's reach across. Oh my goodness. If you're on a carpet or if you have a mat, hold on to something. Even if you want to anchor yourself with a dumbbell, put it away from you and then pull on it. Oh, that feels so good. That's a great lat stretch right there. Okay, hold that. You feel that stretch right into your glute as well. Yeah, that's a good one. Good, swing that weight across or just reach the other side now, hold and anchor there for a few seconds. Holy, that was very targeted. I mean, if only we could wake up the next day and not have any back fat or a bra bulge, right? That's not how it works though, you guys know that. It's a lot of dedicated effort in being clean and healthy with your eating, right? You've heard the adage that stretch behind, stretch your chest out, that you can't out-train a bad diet. It's just, you can't. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, and the older you get, the more difficult it is. If you're younger, maybe in your 20s, and you think, I can eat whatever I want, that day will end eventually. So it's better to develop really healthy eating patterns and behavior now than to wait until you're in trouble and then try to do something then. Okay, let's bring our arm across. So the thing with fat loss then is you always have that carb tipping point, right? And for every body it's different. I've always kind of been delayed in really giving a specific diet plan, reach the other side, because I think pretty much any plan works if you can stick with it. So then the question is, what can I stick with for the rest of my life? Which way or pattern of eating can I do forever and ever? And if I can't do it forever, what are the obstacles or what's getting in the way of me being able to? Right? So those are all of the questions I always think when I talk about nutrition. But if you're going to break down the macronutrient component of it, reach up and over. Carbohydrates, of course, are not the enemy, but they are what give our body glycogen, which give our body fuel, right? That's our fuel source that most people live off. Now, this new ketogenic diet that a lot of people are buzzing about actually it uses your fat stores as fuel instead of your carbohydrates. So the carb component is super, super low in that diet. Your fat is really, really high, and your body begins to burn fat for fuel instead. So at some point, there's a carb tipping point. There's a point, let's reach in front and round through the back here. There's a point at which your body's going to take those carbs and store them as fat, and there's a point at which you're going to burn them all off vis-a-vis your exercise or your daily routine, and now your body is going to start burning fat as fuel instead. So it's important for you. One of the great ways that you can decipher how many carbs should I have in a day is to really use a tracker of some sort. So a lot of my clients, let's just stretch our legs here too, have used MyFitnessPal or the Lose It app. You can just check the links below there. And that's a great way to, again, keep track of your macronutrients. How much fat, protein, and carbs am I having in a day? And studies from the Journals of Obesity have said, these meta-studies have indicated that women, I said this the other day too, as you age, you keep very, very crappy track of how much you're eating. You don't really think, you're not super conscious any longer, you're not charting it correctly or accurately. So you might have like, a spoonful of peanut butter and a couple nuts here or there and a swig of someone's chocolate milk and maybe a bite of cake at an office party, but you don't track any of that because maybe you don't consider it food, or you're not cognizant that you're consuming those things. You're not conscious, you're not thinking about it. So as you age, you become less mindful of that. And all of a sudden you've eaten all these carbs that now are getting stored as fat in the body because you're not doing enough exercise in the day to burn all of them off. So when you want to lose body fat, you really have to look at this carb tipping point. How much carbohydrates can I consume for energy, but not so much that it tips over into fat storage? Does that make sense? Like, that's the key to fat loss. And so a lot of diets like the ketogenic, paleo, primal, Atkins, South Beach are very low carb for that reason, right? So they're structured in a way that you're eating low glycemic fruits and vegetables so that your sugar levels stay lower. You're cutting out anything white, no white rice, no white bread, no white flour, no white cookies, anything refined is all out, which is a good theme for the rest of your life anyway. It should be just like a very, very once in a while treat. But yeah, so the carbs are very low in those diets, and that's typically why they work. Sometimes though, it's so low that you can't stick with it, right? It's like it's not sensible or reasonable for your life. And so then a lot of people restrict, and then as soon as they've all tapped out with their willpower, then they just kind of go the other way. And that's not good either, because then it goes total opposite direction into binging and hoarding and overeating, and mostly on carbohydrates. So then the question is, why am I doing this? What are my triggers? What is causing me to not care anymore and just to overeat? And that's a whole other video, isn't it? Which we're gonna do. We're gonna get into that because I think that's the key for a lot of people. Okay, so did that help? Probably not. What did I say even? Basically, it's watching that carb tipping point, okay? Try a tracker, see how many carbs, protein, and fats that you have. In general, they say that you should have anywhere between 75 and 100 grams of protein a day. Okay, that's gonna help satiate you, keep you fuller longer. It's the muscle building compound that you need in your body, okay? Protein or carbohydrates and fat don't grow muscle, it's protein. So you must have protein in lunch, breakfast, dinner, and try to have healthy options in your snacks as well. Your carb level is gonna be contingent on your body, how much exercise you do, what kind of job you have. Are you sedentary? Do you move a lot? How much glycogen do you burn in a day, right? So that has to be charted. You have to kind of get into a
an app where you can see how many carbohydrates you're having. Typically though, for fat loss, this is for fat loss, they say having 40% of your caloric intake from protein, 30% from fat, and 30% from carbs could be a good equation to start with for fat loss, okay? Again, depending on your energy requirements, but that could be a good equation to start with. So if you want to go ahead and start tracking your food, that might be a way that you can begin to see, okay, you know what? I was at 80% carbs today. No wonder I'm gaining weight. All right, so I want you to start there. Just get familiar with those apps, fool around with it, and try and practice entering your food and just becoming aware of how many carbohydrates are in certain foods, right? Check out a glycemic index. Grab the Atkins book and look at the back. They've got like every fruit, vegetable, every food has a carbohydrate allotment, how many grams are in it. So it gives you a good sense. Like if you're having potatoes, corn, and lentils for dinner, that your carb level is going to be at about 75 grams of carbs just for one meal. Whereas if you're having chicken with some avocado and a salad, your carb levels are going to be like probably under 10 grams of carbs. Okay, does that make sense? It's a lot to take in, it's a lot to remember, but it's a journey and it's a process, and we're going to talk more about it in the weeks to come too, because it's the key if you want to lose body fat. Now, if you want additional help with this, I do offer coaching on my website. So go ahead and visit me at www.movedaily.ca, and you can sign up for a Skype session with me or a Zoom session, and we can break this down, and especially the psychological component of it that a lot of people have issues with. So that link's right at the bottom too, so make sure that you check that out. All right, as always, move daily in your fitness, wellness, and nutrition, and I will see you in the next video.